All right. And we are live. Full stop. Welcome, everyone, to the station, the first station of the merge. And for some of you, the first station that you have been to all game. As you know, the reason that we need to stop at the station is because your cabin only has room for one less more to carry on. So let's begin with you, Noah. It has been the cabin that you were in was a disaster. It dropped numbers very quickly. And then you went to a cabin that won a lot. And now you are at the merge. Walk me through what that is like.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think the Pancreas tribe got a bad, severe case of pancreatitis. No shade to anyone in the game. Um, and I think honestly, in hindsight, the series of events that unfolded kind of played out for everyone in the game because it's like I feel like I had no idea about some of the people on my tribe's org history because like a lot of people in this game were fresh faces to me, and after exchanging discourse with a few people who have known some of my past tribe mates past, it was reassuring because it's like, oh my god, like I wasn't just fully caught off guard, like that was so it feels a little reassuring. And I think just being on a new Pancreas tribe, that was kind of like the first Pancreas tribe in my head because it's like we were winning immunity challenge. We didn't have to go to tribal. So it was very kumbaya, very happy go lucky. There was not really bad talk amongst anyone. So it's really nice to get to the merge and be able to talk to people you haven't talked to before and um exchange thoughts on Wicked.
Danny, this is the beginning of the rest of the season. So does it feel like this is a brand new start, or does everything that took place pre-merge come into play here?
Oh, 100%. This is a brand new start for everyone. And, this is where I will give a shout out to production because you guys chose players who are here to play this game and put their heart into it. And the rest of us who are left are ready to play and do whatever we need to do. And I think that that is phenomenal, especially in this day and age when people are not playing games as much as they used to. So production for you to get these players who are ready to do what they need to do, that's phenomenal. However, I also will say I'm ready to play. Like I want to make sure that I'm with the people who are characters, but also wanting to make a move sometimes. So I don't know. I guess I will say I am more so appreciative of letting myself play with these players. Whether if I'm out right now, I don't give a damn at this point. All I will say is I will say that I am glad to have played with any of these people who are in this cast because they are all great players. And that's where I give that testament to you as production, Topher. Anyway, that's where I'm at.
Well, thank you, Danny. Laura, when you hear that it's the energy is here, that everybody is like ready to play the game, that also makes it a very dangerous game. So, how do you navigate playing through the minefield of players that are playing at a next level experience?
Um, I think today in general, there was a lot of stuff going around. I didn't know where the vote was going for a good while. So it is really hard to navigate this like next level gameplay, it feels like. Just because so much has happened, it feels like. So.
Caden, when you start off with three cabins and then you have a swap very early on, but you swap into three cabins, there's been a significant amount of time between that swap and us getting to the merge. How much does the new cabin relationships that you formed play into the allies that you have here at the merge?
I think that they're like kind of all interconnected, especially like if you make strong connections and they keep going, then you know what I mean. But a lot of times they break as well, because when merge happens, you know, it's kind of a free for all. So everybody's kind of going their own way and finding their people, and that's totally fine, however it goes.
Austin, you have managed to avoid the station since the beginning. You're one of a couple people that have not had the opportunity to go to the station yet. Does that change the way that you play the game when the merge is the first time you experience a vote out?
No, because even the station is just one part of this game. I would say the game is what really happens in between all of them. It reminds me of, I don't know if anyone is a band geek like I am, but I had a band director tell me the music is really happening in the silence between the notes, and I see the game is happening in all of the interactions that we have in between all the stations. So even though a station is like maybe the most dramatic part of it, just because this is the first time I'm here right now, doesn't mean I haven't been doing or haven't been able to engage.
Tyler, when we had our merge announcement, I announced that just because you made the merge does not mean that you have made the jury. Does the fact that the person leaving here tonight doesn't make the jury, does that play into how you vote?
I think there's definitely a lot of people who jury is their goal, that have had communication today or yesterday, say, hey, I just want to make jury. I just want to get there. I think the hard part is that we don't know when jury's coming. It could be after this vote. It could be a couple votes from now. And so as we're considering votes, like I think some people are considering like who's going to vouch for me, but the hardest part is like tomorrow does not guarantee jury either. And so we need to navigate the vote by figuring out who is going to work with us, and not against you.
So, Caleb, what's being brought up is when you have people that are just playing for jury, that's great for today because you know that maybe, I at least have them saying, I'm great for today. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll help you tomorrow because then they've made jury. What are their actual intentions? So, do you believe people when they say, I'm just playing for jury? Or do you think everybody's here to win?
Oh, I don't believe people if they say they're just here for jury. Like, I'm here for the prize money. I'm trying to pay off my student loans, get a house, start a family. That money is going to change my life. And if other people are saying otherwise, they're lying to you. But truly, like, I think if someone's saying they're just playing for jury, they are lying or they're maybe not thinking long term. And if they aren't, then I don't know, like, if that's maybe the way I'm playing, and maybe I'm the one that's out of the loop. Maybe this is a season where it's going to be a ton of voting blocks, and each tribal is just who all comes together for that target, that tribal. But that's, again, not the way I'm playing. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to get that cash.
Sheena, what was the experience with the give or take challenge? How much of an impact did that have on the game? How do you feel like people use that to their advantage?
Like I try and keep in mind that it's just a game, but in every game and every challenge that we play, it's definitely telling. So I think for me, there were definitely people who I was like, that's interesting, clocked, right? So as much as you want to try and like hide your hand, these games really do kind of bring to the forefront where a lot of people's heads might be. But you try and take everything with a grain of salt.
Aaliyah, will tonight's vote set the tone for the rest of the game, or is tonight's vote just to get through to tonight? Do you feel like you will know who you can trust after tonight? I guess is the bigger question.
It's an interesting question. So, I've noticed some people in both directions. For me, I'm very much here, like I've heard a few people say, to play the game and see the outcome. Yes, obviously we're here for tonight's vote, but like a lot of times, like I'm thinking ahead. Most of the people I'm talking to are thinking ahead. I think it's really could be dangerous to go vote by vote the way that um, Caleb mentioned. I don't think that's necessarily smart for anyone's game. I do think everybody seeing like like the forest for the trees is like very important here, and I don't think that everybody's doing that, which can make for an interesting tribal.
All right. Like I said, we only have time for tonight for everybody to only get one question. In the future, you will get two or more, unless anybody has anything that they feel they need to say. Does anybody else want to get anything off their chest before we go to vote? Okay. Well, it is now time to vote. In this game, when we go to vote, I will go off camera and I will mute myself. At that time, all game conversation needs to cease. You can feel free to discuss anything that you want as long as it has nothing to do with this vote or this game. That is both for in this Zoom and off the Zoom. So game talk ends once we go to vote. And before we go to vote, the two people that are safe from the vote are Taylor, who won individual immunity, and Ketty, who has individual immunity to the 7 deadly sins twist. So you cannot vote for Ketty, you cannot vote for Taylor. Everybody else is up for grabs, and all talking vote must cease. Oh, and if you have not done so yet, please bump your vote to the top of your prod chat so that way it's easier to find.
And also send in your trust rankings and conductor votes if you haven't gotten those in yet. Thanks.
Jacob, you sounded like welcome to the curio shop. Hope you found what you're looking for.
Found what you're looking for.
You just found the gem of the day. You can keep that gem for your collection. Or, anyways, I'm done. Shout out to Karen and shout out to Jeremy from my pro chat. Shout out to the rays of sun on Sheena right now in Hawaii. Jealous. You bitch.
I'm living through that balcony right now. It's 15 degrees here.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm sitting in my car with 4 layers on because it's like 20. I'm losing it.
I have my toque on.
Toque. How cold is it, Noah, for you?
So it's like 1 degree Celsius here, so like
What?
30, 33 Fahrenheit.
Oh
Math.
my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think today was -8 Celsius.
Yeah, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
Are you Canadian, Tyler?
I just have the conversion.
Oh,
So
I'm
So you're
like,
just humble
well,
bragging.
I
That's
just
all.
like I'm
I
like
just
I know
looked at
it's
something.
I know it's like 30, so it's like give or take.
Yeah.
You know, math's not my thing, clearly.
Right before this travel, my head started splitting and I was driving and I literally had to pull over because the headache like made me sick. It was literally so dramatic.
Morgan, like, can we go? Like, mama, the road in front of you.
No.
Me literally just sitting in the car
Oh my
God.
while it happens.
Like while I'm just
Like,
whirling out of the back.
Me turning on the hazard lights as we pull over.
You're
on
like,
the
let's
side of
just
the
press
road.
these. Gets the Nintendo Switch out and play Stardew.
I'm like, please don't hit us.
Like-
Thank you.
The headache is so
Oh,
crazy.
I'm just letting y'all know I probably am using my idol, so please don't vote for me. That would be a waste of a time. Just so you know.
Just casually.
Casually
Anyway.
just letting y'all know.
Shout out to my
But you know,
wife.
if y'all my friends,
No
I can help you
talking
get
about the
one.
vote.
I can help you get one.
This game, no talking about the vote or this game.
Shout out to my wife.
Shout out to Caleb's wife as well.
Shout out to
Morris.
Kayla's wife.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see her once the season's over. I've been sequestering myself to get the true Survivor experience.
She's like,
why I'm
I
outside
don't want
right
Caleb
now.
on calls all night, so he's been sleeping on the couch. There's a curtain like hung up, and it's just like that. Like,
She's like, why have you been sleeping in the garage? What the hell?
why are we out of rice? Hello?
Well, because they burned it.
Right. Jatia Taylor, you will always be famous.
Literally.
Ooh,
Shout out to
Chatia.
Chatia.
Shout out to Chatia. Shout out to
Literally.
Chatia.
Caleb, aren't we
That absolute
besties?
mother.
Literally, what a queen. A little
Oh,
DPD moment.
Caleb won't respond to me. Never mind. Not the silence.
Shout out to my cat who's on my lap.
Yeah.
She's
Hey,
passed out.
kitty.
We love cats.
Big
Cash is
supporter.
sleeping by the Christmas tree.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so cute.
Wait, are we not allowed to talk like game strategy right now or no?
No.
You are not allowed to talk game right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I just need to question that.
Imagine this. No heaven.
I had to go see Wicked again last night. I just need y'all to know. So I've seen it twice in a matter of 3 days.
You had to?
I had to. There was no choice. My friend said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, "Yes."
I think I'm gonna go for a third time this week. I'm not gonna lie.
I convinced my
that we all
boss to go with me on cheap nights, so
I have to see it again
I've seen
already.
it 3 times in a matter of 7 days.
when Topher comes out and Toph takes a pause for a sec to talk about Wicked, I love. No, Wicked
I
needs
don't
its
even-
praise.
Wait,
even
but
know-
Topinister is
but
a
I have-
great
I
name for a
have
Wicked
held space.
character.
Topinister. I am just obsessed with Wicked right now. I don't understand why. It's a moment.
It's just like I cried when no one mourns the Wicked. That never happens. and it happened multiple
Like-
times.
5 seconds in, and you're like bawling.
My boyfriend looked over and he's like, I'm like, yeah.
I did cry more the second time than I cried the first time watching it.
I did too. You have like more opportunity to like enjoy it the second time.
Fuck.
'Cause the first time you're just
Oh.
fangirling.
I have the votes inside of this Agatha Christie murder mystery novel. But before I read the votes, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol that they would like to play it or other relevant advantage, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person with the most votes will have failed to get on board and be left at the station. You will also have a moment to speak your piece. I'll read the votes. Hello. First vote. Mike. Mike. Caden. Caden. 2 votes Mike, 2 votes Caden. Mike.
Yeah.
3 votes
Okay.
Mike. Caden. 3 votes Caden. Mike. 4 votes Mike, 3 votes Caden. Mike. 5 votes Mike, 3 votes Caden. Mike. 6 votes Mike, 3 votes Caden. Next player who has failed to get on board and must get off at this next station. Mike. Mike is not here right now. Mike will have a moment to speak their piece via message to the tribe chat later, the cabin chat later. But for now, Mike is gone. This will conclude this station. All aboard! And you may proceed off to your next adventure, where one of you may or may not have the opportunity to make jury. Good night, everybody.